DanO.com.
We back up in this thing, ready to get something on that wax.
All right, for the intros, go. The floor is yours, bro. Go.
There's nothing to say. I have something that's supposed to be done.
BrosTalk.
Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk. Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Come and tell us what you know. BrosTalk.
Yeah, man.
Hi guys.
What's
Well,
going on?
yo. What up, world? What up, peoples and tweeples out there? It's your boy T-Broski. I got my main man King DanO with me here. And we got a couple of the guys in the building with us, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, players.
Separate
Yo, what
buildings, but
Right. Multiple buildings, but what's going
it's
on with
always
y'all?
one. What's going on, y'all? This Corey. Y'all know who it is. Hopefully.
How y'all players doing, man? Everybody's in their respective places, as you can see. It's a different feel, a different vibe. In fact, let me get right.
Shit,
You're
man.
right.
I'm doing good. I just cut the grass earlier, so it's the first of the month, so I done got my workout for the whole month done on the first day.
Wake up. It's the first of the month. I feel that. Chilling.
So good, man.
Had a good day at work.
Got 31 more days, so I gotta work out again.
Chilling. What? You said 30 more days till you have to work
Yeah,
out.
I got my workout done for the month on the first day. Like, can't start off better than that.
Consistency, Corey. Come on, man.
Yeah, every month I work out once.
Once a month? That ain't good enough, man.
Yeah,
You gonna
gotta get it in.
you gonna find yourself up there like Sleepy Joe. Sleeping.
I was about to say in the White House.
Sleepy Joe.
I was so lost.
Yeah.
And then the silent, I just knew we was lagged. I'm like, oh, damn, we lagged up. Oh, shit. No, you talking about that guy that nobody was talking about. All you got to do is win Georgia. Okay, it's mother. Never mind.
You still on that?
Yeah.
What?
You still on the we gotta win Georgia? That's all he said.
He said, we win Georgia, things going to change for black and brown people.
It did. It got worse, right?
How you work?
He never said for the better.
Especially if you're Afghanistan.
What's up?
Yeah,
So
let's go.
especially if you're in Afghanistan.
Check his
How's
ass,
that?
Lando.
How is that Biden's fault?
Hey, he made a blanket promise.
Off of whose agreement?
Wait, what?
Off of whose agreement? Who set the timeline that we had to withdraw from Afghanistan?
Trump
Who
did.
set the date?
Does that matter?
Huh?
Who had 8 months to prepare for it and waited until the last one?
Who also let out those 5,000?
Y'all just keep y'all
Taliban
asking
fighters?
questions. Y'all asking questions after questions. Ain't nobody answering any one of these.
Because he know the answer. I know the answer.
I said Trump did. I answered my question. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit, I don't
Trump
know why
started
he
it.
didn't. I don't know. I don't think they waited until 8 months. Like it's been ever since he got elected. They've been talking about this withdrawal day coming. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
y'all
mean
think-
his advisors went up to him in April and told him you need to put more troops there. We need to secure 2 airports, not just one. And if you don't hurry up and do something, start evacuating people, we're gonna be SOL. And he said, "Nah, we're good." And so early August, he started the evacuations. It was too late. Like he fucked up. Like it's hard to say he didn't fuck up.
It's hard to say that he did. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but in this situation, like it was going to end.
You don't.
The way
So you don't
it
think
with
he
the
should have?
evacuations.
You don't think he should have acted like
Regardless.
the president of the United States and told everyone
They
we're
did the
going to
same
stay until
thing
we get
happened when
every
they
single
left
American out?
Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same pictures, the same shit, just 40 years later.
So Vietnam wasn't that bad, or
No, Vietnam was horrible. I'm agreeing with you that the shit was bad. I don't know what you're trying to like. I'm just trying. I'm not. I don't
just saying
see
the
it
way
as strictly as Biden's fuck up. You know what I'm saying? The date
think
was
the
already
exit
set. It was
was,
a
absolutely.
predetermined set.
So do y'all think that the exit? Do y'all think that we should have withdrawn?
Hell yeah, we should have.
You have to eventually. You
have
have
to
unless,
eventually.
Unless you're just planning on staying there forever.
Right. It's already been 20 years.
I don't.
So the withdrawal. So y'all both agree that the withdrawal was necessary.
Yeah, at some point you gotta get out of there. Which is why I don't know. I can't.
So do you move out fast or do you wait? Do you progressively move out or do you, because at what you were saying earlier is he was advised to, in fact, bring more people there, secure more places, which is going to cause more troops to come there. So at that rate, would you be evacuating at this time or would you still have more troops going over there?
Right. So because I don't think that was, I think part of the deal was that they wasn't supposed to bring any more troops over there.
Oh no, yeah. So this is how my opinion on it. I kind of look at it. Nobody expected them to take the country that fast.
Right.
So we're missing the main point.
Exactly. They expected the Afghan army that was already there.
That was already trained,
right,
and backed with equipment. Nobody expected them to fall that fast.
They just gave up. They didn't do shit.
The military generals told them that it was going to happen.
I don't know.
They told them all that stuff in April. That
there.
If you don't start doing this now, you're not going to get, all the billions of guns that are billions of dollars worth of guns and Apache helicopters.
They're not worried about. They're not worried about the equipment. The equipment was left with trained soldiers, trained by the United States military.
Afghan army.
No, that equipment was our equipment. It wasn't their equipment.
Yeah, it was our equipment that we gave to them.
But we're talking about the ANA. You're talking about the Afghan National Army. Them guys that's the trained soldiers.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't. I mean, they are, I guess, quote unquote, trained by us. But
yeah.
I thought Biden was under the. I thought he was advised that they were not like. They may have been trained, but they wasn't equipped to take on what they was about to deal with if we withdrew the way we withdrew. So the overthrow was something that was, I wouldn't say known, but he definitely was advised about that shit, that it was going to be this quick and this fast. Maybe not time-wise, but it was going to take 2 days.
Nobody thought it was going to take
nobody.
They thought the Afghan
they
army
didn't
was
sweat
going
it.
to
At least
put
put up a
themselves
fight.
a little bit. Right. Put up some type of fight, but they didn't do that at all.
Like, holy shit, they're moving quick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because everybody knew that the Taliban was going to regain power. That's obvious. That was talked about. Why do you think they were talking with the former president to make a deal to withdraw the fucking troops? Because they were going to take power.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it to happen that fast. They agreed to a certain date. And nobody expected it to happen that fast.
I mean, that shit was amazing.
It's still hard for me when
how long did it take for the Nazis to take Poland? It was on that type shit.
Right.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah. I think then Germany just kind of knocked on the door at Poland and they was like, nah, y'all got it. That's what happened.
They killed a couple people, but other than that, pretty much they gave up immediately.
Right, so, and that's what the Afghan army just did. You know what I'm saying? You got to put blame on the people who to defend their home turf.
My thing is, once your generals tell you need to start doing stuff in April and you don't take their advice, that's the buck stops with him, as I've heard him say like 50 times. So that he has to own that shit. Like, I don't see how he can't, because if he would have started earlier, if he would have listened, put more troops, like his people said, we would have controlled Kabul airport. We wouldn't have gave up these detainees.
Hold on. So at first, everybody was saying get the troops home, but
in order to
now they want them to send troops over there.
To get the
but if he didn't send troops over there, they'd have been like, "What the fuck is he? So really, it's a lose-lose. So
No,
what
I,
you-
don't,
Well, I
I
mean,
think
he lost.
2,500 troops was the amount they were asking for.
and that would have
I-
made people upset too.
A couple, but it's better.
The
than
main
leaving
objective was to get
in
was
Afghanistan, right?
better than leaving who?
The people that we've left in Afghanistan.
Soldiers.
There's multiple people left in Afghanistan.
There's
So
like
I feel
100.
like
There's like
I'd
100
rather have
Americans
I'd
in
rather have
Afghanistan
people.
right now. No diplomats.
So we're upset that we were in the war for 20 years. We need to get all our motherfuckers home. We decided to bring
Right.
people home, and people are upset that we didn't send people. Miss me with this argument, bro. Miss me
feel
with
it.
that whole thing.
You got to secure the people to leave. So if they don't
Yeah.
have the opportunity to leave,
All
then
people got the
that's
fuck out.
failure.
Right.
Say what?
All people got out.
No, there are still American. There's still.
There's
They
still-
were told
like
to get the
800.
fuck out.
Right.
No, bro. I've watched.
Yes,
I've
they
listened to
were
videos of
told
people
to
talking
get
about
out.
we are still trapped in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
all that type
because they
of
were
shit.
told to get out and they didn't move.
Months
bro.
ago.
Oh, so now it's on them to do shit months ago, not Biden, the president who's supposed to oversee
If
the
you're
whole
told
withdrawal.
to leave the
Yeah,
country,
okay. No. We got this. So when it's a fucking forest fire coming and I say you need to evacuate and you choose not to, whose fucking fault is it? You get evacuation orders, you should follow them. Or is that infringing on your
personal
Yeah.
rights.
So
okay? Talk to me.
Are we
Lando.
gonna get
Personal
on the
freedoms.
personal rights?
no, I
Somebody
just
say
feel like
evacuate,
those people
you should
felt like
evacuate.
they had. Those
They
people
felt like they
felt like
had
they
what?
had until the 31st to get out. When they tried to get out for those 2 to 3 weeks that they were getting people out, nah, it's like you can't get there. That's on America to provide that ability to get there, which is why I think it's okay to send some extra troops to avoid leaving people in Afghanistan, having people get
But
killed.
if you've
having
already
12
made
people
the
get
deal
bombed.
that you're
You know,
going
there's
to
13
leave and
soldiers
you're
that
not going to
passed
send any
away.
more people over, how do you, I mean, like, I don't see how you keep avoiding that part where we renege on the deal to send more people over. Like, we can't be like, oh, we're just sending these guys so that we can get everybody home.
I'm confused why it's such a big deal that we do what we need to do to protect Americans. I don't really care if the Taliban's upset that we sent more troops. Like that's
Well, if we make
the
a
deal
make a
also
deal
wasn't
as
the deal back
Americans,
in-
we got to stand
wasn't
on
the
our
deal
word.
back in May, and now it's August. So the deal already got changed once, and it wasn't that big a deal. So I don't know. I feel like Biden should have stood up and said, we're going to do whatever we got to do to get our troops out. And if that means staying longer, we're going to stay longer. Or get
Well,
our
the
people
troops
out.
are out. You know what I'm saying?
my
We're
bad,
not talking
my bad.
about.
So you
We're
feel
talking
like-
about
so you
random
feel like-
Americans that are over there now.
Talking about, people
You
that
feel like
chose-
Biden
There's
was-
like 100 Americans over there. There are no diplomats, no troops, none of that shit. Just random Americans.
civilians?
Yeah, most likely.
So that's a so do
that
you
wanted
so
to come in.
Corey, so you feel like Biden was it's Biden's fault.
I feel like Biden has a lot of blame to take
Well,
in
blame, yeah.
delaying the evacuation as long as he did. I felt like he made it not a priority, which is why people got left behind, and it was a big rush at the end.
So
That's
people
what I
got
think.
left behind and all that stuff like that. Okay, but him so the overthrowing of the country, you don't feel like is that Biden's fault?
No, he can't control that. I mean, that's out of
Okay,
his
okay.
control. But If
But
you listen to
wouldn't
your
the
generals,
overthrow of the
and
country
you plan,
accelerate?
you got to plan for shit that you don't know what's going to happen. So
Exactly,
when
but
when your
if you
generals
think
are
that
already
this army
advising
that you've trained for 20
4 months
years
before,
is gonna,
man, they knew that army wasn't going to fight people. That's what I'm saying. If you listen to the generals that were there, they told you straight up, these people don't want to fight. They don't want to fight the Taliban. They are not going to, and they didn't. And that's why the generals were telling him in April, you need to get your shit together and start doing this. He treated it like a secondary task, and they got pushed to the back burner because he'd rather not do anything about COVID and all the other things he's not doing anything
what are you
about.
talking about? Not do anything about COVID.
Didn't COVID get worse and he got handed that shit on the silver platter? But
What do you mean? But how do you mean?
we already
he
had
didn't
the
do
vaccine and
anything about
everything
it?
lined up for him, and then he still fucking botched it. Like, god dang, man.
What do you mean he botched it? People aren't taking the vaccine. He didn't botch shit. The people are botching it. people don't want to be forced to maybe get the vaccine, but I don't understand. Like people were talking about they were waiting for the FDA approval. Now that it's FDA approved, there's still other reasons. They just don't want to get the vaccine, but they don't want to say that. I don't get it.
Do you think it
And
actually?
now you're
got
trying to
FDA
say it's
approved?
Biden's fault that these people don't want to get the vaccine?
No, that's not on Biden. Of course not.
So what is he supposed to do? Like he's trying to incentivize people to get
Do something. I don't know. Trump was supposed to do something, and he got us a vaccine. So Biden, I don't know, pick it up, do something. I'm just saying, if you're going to hold someone accountable for something, you got to hold the other person accountable for the same thing. So a year ago, everyone was at Trump's neck for this stuff.
You're not
Now it's going in a different direction, and no one's worried about it. It's like, hey, what's he supposed to do? What was Trump?
What he's trying to do is trying to get the whole nation to pull together in the same direction, trying to get rid of misinformation and things like that.
He wanted to have all these people vaccinated by this amount of things.
Right.
People chose not to. His plan is not being backed by people.
So nobody.
Biden says he wants to go by the science, but a lot of times he doesn't.
What up?
They can't even see you. I don't know. It's just grass. It's just grass.
So wait, what did you just say, Corey?
To be honest, I don't even remember. It was something about Biden.
No, so the vaccine right there, boom. The vaccine. Do you think that mandating the vaccine, like for the military, do you think that's necessary or a proper thing to do?
Yeah, they in the military.
For the military,
yes. Of the U.S. government.
Yeah, for the military, for contractors, no. For general civilization, no. Population, no.
So
Army
ideally,
soldiers,
this is what happens when the military follows something. Then contractors, DOD, civilians, and stuff like that usually have to follow.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be in close contact with
military
and stuff like that. So
infecting them
with that one, what'd you say?
I said they don't want you infecting them.
Because they got the vaccine.
Opposite way around. How about that?
They
might be infecting me.
But you're unvaccinated, so you're gonna die. And they vaccinated, they'll be straight.
No, according to the science, no, I'm not gonna.
I was about to say,
I'm gonna be okay.
I've been seeing stuff that says people who got the vaccine and worse off.
I've not seen anything like that. I've been seeing science say that unvaccinated people every day. I'm reading another story about some famous unvaccinated anti-vax person catching the vid and then dying.
So we're gonna go conspiracy theory on that one.
Name one.
A lot of popular radio hosts.
Yeah,
I was gonna say there's a few.
Yeah, I just read an article today. It was like 3 of them in the last month.
Right.
But I also read articles from everywhere.
Right.
Okay. So I think it was Ireland. I want to believe they're saying their hospitals are filled up with vaccinated patients. So it just depends on where you're getting your news from.
Right.
Gives you a different angle. So I take all of it.
Same.
Because I know that here in this country, media controls and tries to control narratives based on what channel you're watching.
Right.
You know, you can put on this channel
from multiple sources, gain your own thoughts.
Yes.
So being forced for the military, y'all say that it's okay. So civilian wise, contractor wise, DOD contractors, stuff like that, is it infringing on people's rights?
I don't think it's okay to mandate it for soldiers, no. The other stuff that they're taking has been around for a while.
Rigorously tested.
But then again, it makes me think, so like what happened when Ebola was around? You remember that scare? The Ebola scare?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was almost shit. You think about that.
I remember it was in Dallas.
You remember? You remember the person came to Dallas. Everybody was freaking out.
Yeah.
I was like, I know Obama was president, but I don't remember first term or second term.
It was that bat meat and stuff like that they was saying that it came from. So I don't think the scare was as real.
So where did the coronavirus come from?
I'm saying I'm
So now I'm
saying
looking
that
at
you eating a
patterns.
bat, you
They
eating a bat
made that shit.
at your house, but you eating a bat at your house is not the same thing as you walking down the street and touching a door and catching that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like the scare for coronavirus is that
Well,
shit.
no, they were saying
everywhere.
Ebola was contagious like that.
Yeah.
So we still on a conspiracy level.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
don't want to catch Ebola.
But
Right.
it was the facts. They
you
were
gonna
saying
die.
like they were in full hazmat suits
Right.
going around that dude in Dallas.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
But they said that virus started from a bat. The same with coronavirus. They said it started from a bat. Which makes me think to that lab leak theory. China doing everything in their power to derail.
The rest of the world.
Yeah, from investigating what happened.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of American scientists over there too.
Exactly.
What do you guys think? Was it created?
The
I think
virus,
so.
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
It was created in the lab. It just got out.
Yeah,
I don't know if it got out purposely or if it was an accident.
See, the story
yeah.
I heard was that it was a scientist. First of all, that lab in Wuhan, you can look that shit up. They already had open cases for mistreatment of materials and not doing shit properly up there anyways, and that it was already predicted that if there was a outbreak of something, it would happen from there. Because they wasn't using proper protocols to handle materials and stuff like that. So that's a fact. That's not even a theory. But the theory is that one of the scientists got the shit and then went home and gave it to her boyfriend, who went to a meat market, and in that meat market, it's close quarters with everybody. So they're close quarters. He gave it to everybody and it spread from there.
First
so that's
mass spreader event. Basically.
Yeah, and that's where the meat market story comes from. I mean, to me, that's believable. You know what I mean? But to say that it wasn't man-made or wasn't man-created is almost bullshit, because you know goddamn well that these motherfuckers was fucking with these viruses trying to create a uncurable
That's been
virus
known throughout in history.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, now the question is, do you believe that they really let it out to kill people like that? I don't in my wildest dreams, I want to say yes, because I could put two and two together and say like pharmaceutical companies and rich ass people that want to get richer and stuff like that, like they would do something like that to create $1 billion market or whatever like that. But in my heart of hearts, I would hope that shit is not, people's not doing that type of evil on that type of scale.
It's been through history, you know. Human experimenting is probably always going to be on. You know, they banned cloning here in the States, but you don't think they're doing it somewhere else?
Oh, they're doing that in China. Yeah, that's a fact.
But I remember when Obama was president, he said something like, didn't he put something in place for like an epidemic, like a pandemic?
No, he had a team and everything. He handed it off to Trump. They had protocols, they had all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it wasn't even Obama who started, it was Bush who started, I think.
Okay.
And then Obama kept it going, handed it over to Trump, you know,
He
in
added
transition.
a lot more.
And then Trump was like, nah, fuck all that. We ain't fucking with this. We're not going to have a pandemic. And then
I'd rather go Space Force.
He's like, we're going to space. We're not going to get sick.
So that was
can't get sick in space.
Was that like I have to do this to have this type shit? Like I had to cut spending here. I chose to cut it in this department to do the Space Force.
No,
because I think the Space Force is okay.
No, it was just an Obama thing that he didn't want to continue. Like,
I think Trump went through, and because Obama added a lot of shit when Ebola happened, and I think Trump went through and was like, Obama did that, fuck that. Obama did that, fuck that. Right. He was just indiscriminately just like, if Obama did it, I'm rolling that shit back. Like
he sat in that chair, get it out of here. Okay, I'm trying.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So let me ask you this: do y'all think that utilizing celebrities to push the narrative of getting a vaccine or trying to associate with a certain crowd with a commercial or a person in a commercial, do you think that that is a good thing to do to push the narrative? Obviously, some people does and some people probably wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't even phrase it as pushing a narrative. I think it's just trying to inform the public. Like, I guess, like, when you say push the narrative, it gives it almost a negative connotation. Like,
well,
you're trying to trick people into.
I don't mean it in a negative way. So maybe like you're saying, change that terminology of what I'm saying. Then maybe.
But to answer your question, yes, bro. I think celebrities have the right to endorse whatever they want to. They have their own platform. They have their right to do it. Yeah. So if they feel, because you have some out there that are pro-vaccination, you have some that are
Anti.
not cool, but that too. So when you go on verbiage, you can't say anti.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people say, "Oh, you're anti-vax." Like, motherfucker, I got 8 other vaccines in it.
Right. I'm just anti-COVID.
What I think is crazy is they don't have no commercials saying don't get the vaccine.
Of course not.
And I'm just here to tell you, don't get that shit. I don't know.
Why would they though?
I'm just fucking around. I don't know. I think that shit is fucking hilarious. Like,
I don't even see how that would be hilarious. Like that'd be, they wouldn't want that, even if it was just a joke. Like, oh, this is a joke. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't want that narrative out there. They only want positive information. That's why it's such a battle of trying to figure out what is misinformation, trying to get the nation to all pull in one
So who
direction,
determines what misinformation is? Because I've seen multiple videos of certified doctors, PhDs, people in these fields saying this ain't right.
They get blocked.
And they get blocked. But you can
for
go in there and say, exactly. But they're certified in that field.
So who are you gonna trust, the science or the scientists?
I trust the data.
The data, exactly.
So if the data is telling you that this information isn't as accurate as we would want it to be,
then I'm trusting the data. Data's not gonna lie. You can, unless it's manipulated data.
And I definitely, for me, I agree with you. I don't think that
our government would never do that.
Manipulate data. It's against the law.
Not to its people.
It's against the law to do that. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you know that.
They made the laws, so why would they break them?
Don't be like that towards the government. They're nice guys down there, man. When they want to be
down there in hell.
I don't know, man. Oh man, speaking of down there, man, that fucking hurricane is fucking shit up. Man, I watched the whole, like, this is what, okay, I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This is what bothers me about, 2 things bother me about human beings. 1, don't call trailers houses, because they're not, they're a trailer.
It's somebody's house though. That's a home.
Right.
That's a home. There you go, it's a home. It's not a house. Okay.
So we back on to the verbiage. I get it. I dig it.
Because
if my trailer is on a goddamn foundation, it's a house.
If it's on a foundation,
fucking right.
If it's not moving,
okay.
I could see that. That's your double wide house. I could see that.
Boom. It's on a solid foundation.
But, and then 2, your parents is your parents. They're not mine. So like, don't talk to me like, hey, mom's down the street. That's not my mom. That shit just annoys the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know why, but you never met somebody that says
yeah.
Like, I'm talking to you like my mom is your mom. So I say like, mom, like, man, mom's dead. That I was at mom's house. Shit just annoys the fuck out of me.
I look at my brother's wife weird when she say that shit. Well, you talking about my mom? Ain't your mom, that's my mom.
That's my mom. Dang right,
girl. I guess that's me being selfish about my parents, man. But I guess I don't know.
No, I feel you though. It always hit my ear weird too, so I dig it.
But to bring it back,
you gotta say my mom.
Huh?
You gotta say my mom. You know,
Yeah,
like that's my mom over there. Like that's not mom over there. That's my mom. Like not yours. No.
Boy, hey man, people are different. You know what I mean? And they'll put that claim out there. Maybe I guess if you're that close to somebody and you call them mom, I don't know. But that shit just two things that came out of nowhere. But the reason I don't know why I brought that up, but I was saying the shit down in the coast, motherfuckers getting thrashed and trashed. The reason I was saying the house part is because there was like, oh man, this house is just floating down the river, and I'm like, that's not a fucking house, that's a trailer. So like,
bro, you bougie.
Of course, it's
and now it's off the slab, so it's not a house anymore.
Man, it's coming off real dickish. I didn't mean to be like that. It was just, it's not like that.
So what's a boathouse then?
Oh snap! That was good.
I didn't want to be like that.
That'd be a dope ass boathouse too.
Slabbed out boathouse.
Slabbed out. Come on, man.
That's all I'm trying to see. That's all I'm trying to see, man. We're not house shaming.
So lighter topic, man. Sports. We got motherfucking Cam Newton. Do y'all think he's at the tail end of his career? Like, should he be thinking about retirement?
He's not on the roster. Season starts next week.
What does that mean?
The fuck you mean? Does that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean
that means in 2 weeks, everybody getting a check and he not.
Right.
So he should think about retirement.
He should think about something else. I don't know. You stay healthy.
But Cam's
Injuries
good. Yeah. He put out there, he said, don't feel bad for him. He good, but
I'm not talking about money.
He's still rich.
Career-wise, do you think his career, he's at the tail end of his career? Did we just witness the, I wouldn't say fall, but, you know, the end, so to speak, of Cam Newton?
He's getting mellowed.
So give him a few years, he'll be back, or he's done?
You never know. He could find a team.
What are you asking?
I was surprised he's
Does he have the ability to play?
He's still playing.
What are you asking? Yeah, what are you
I'm asking, dude. I'm not asking if he has ability. I'm asking, he just got let go, right?
Yeah, his career's over.
That's what I'm asking. Is this are we witnessing the end of his career? Is that what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking.
I think so, yeah.
What happens when you go to New England and just in the history and you don't succeed up there? You're done.
So
you had many big names. I could name you 3. Tebow was up there.
Yeah.
Who? Tebow?
Ocho Cinco was up there.
Yeah.
And Albert Hainsworth was up there.
Yeah. Randy Moss was up there.
But so is Randy Moss didn't end his career in the same fashion that quote unquote Cam Newton is. Like Randy Moss didn't end his career at the prime when he was mossing motherfuckers. And then he didn't end his career
but
like
is Cam Newton in his prime right now?
Cam Newton hadn't been in his prime for a long time.
Right.
Ever since he didn't grab that fumble in the Super Bowl, he has not been in his prime. Like, to me, that was immediately when Cam Newton changed completely. Like, he was a different football player from that point on.
Period.
I think so.
The world did not react kindly to that moment.
And that shit had an effect on him.
2018, he got hurt. And then he's really like, last year he caught COVID. He was playing well until he caught COVID. I mean, he still has the ability to play.
His receivers weren't catching nothing.
I mean, yeah, you got him out there.
He getting blackballed?
Yes.
Due to?
Well, you heard what the dude said in New England before he got cut. He said the fact he thinks Cam Newton listening to rap music affects his quarterback play.
Ridiculous.
So that tells you what the vibes was up there.
Listening to rap music?
Yeah. You didn't hear that?
Hell
I
no.
hear that.
Yep.
I need you guys to just open your eyes a little bit.
They open. That shit crazy. So
Yeah.
for that, he's being blackballed, shunned out, whatever you want to call it, in a position where he can still play. He should still be on the roster, somebody's roster somewhere.
There's not 32 quarterbacks better than him.
That shit's crazy to me. The guy that's taking his place, is he better than him?
I think they said he made like 90-some% of his throws on target. Like, so
I don't know the dude replacing him.
but he's
Mac
definitely not
Jones.
like.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie, I know that.
I don't think he's better than him right now.
No.
Right now, but he has potential to be.
Everybody does.
I think
But he
that's
also
what
has
they're
the
banking
potential.
on.
He also has the potential to go out there and fucking lay an egg.
Yeah.
So we don't know. But as of right now, today, I don't think he's a better quarterback than Cam Newton. No, I don't think so.
That shit crazy. I just don't understand like why motherfuckers just let outside shit affects what's going on so deeply to the point where you can't even have a goddamn job because motherfucker don't like the music you listen to or the
clothes you wear.
Right.
the clothes you wear, the tattoos you got, or some shit like that. That shit's just crazy to me.
Well, the amount of people who I hear, like I was talking to a person, they said they don't even watch football anymore because these guys are getting paid so much. So like the hate towards the athletes is really starting to come out.
They're getting paid so much.
Yeah.
What? So
So
an
they're
owner,
jealous of
so
the
an
amount
owner
of
that
money they're
nobody,
getting paid.
an owner that doesn't nobody see that makes billions of dollars
Doesn't matter.
off of these motherfuckers.
That doesn't matter.
That don't mean nothing. Him
No,
paying
Don't
the
pay those
ball boy
entertainers.
shit money doesn't mean nothing.
Don't pay
So
those
I don't
entertainers.
understand. Like, what is the problem with somebody negotiating their worth?
Other people ain't getting that.
You have the choice to negotiate your worth. You can say, I don't want to work for this job for this amount
The
of money.
problem is
Yeah, but they ain't
they
gonna get rich
listen to
doing it.
fucking rap music. The dude told you.
That shit just crazy to me. It's insane to even think that somebody would even, I guess, man, that's the world that we live in where people feel like that's comfortable or that's cool. Or, like, why do I gotta fucking hide who I am and who I am and what I want to be to please you, to appease you?
Because they told you. Just shut
To
up
please
and dribble.
me.
You want this
Exactly.
Shut
check?
up and dribble.
Just shut
That
up
shit
and dribble.
crazy.
That's what they told you.
Even if you're playing football, just fucking
Shut
just
up
do
and
it.
dribble.
So, so NBA wise, do y'all think that well, skippy, switching topics. Do y'all think that NBA wise, building a super team is necessary nowadays?
Okay, let's just nip that. That's everybody's goal is to be able to get the best fucking roster you can get.
Right. You watched that
But I'm
Michael
saying,
Jordan
okay,
documentary.
okay.
Hold on. You watched that Michael Jordan documentary. You watched through the 80s and him before they got Pippen, you know what I'm saying? They showed you how they built a team around him. They built a superstar team around him. Then they went on that three-peat, then they repeated and got another three-peat. You know, they built a
They went and got
team.
stars.
Right.
It was always a three with them. And they make it seem like Jordan didn't have it. Like he had Pippen and Horace Grant, Pippen and Rodman.
Right.
That's his big three. Those are the top players at their positions at the time.
Right.
So it's
the same thing.
always gonna be like, if you're not looking to build a super team, then you're probably not gonna keep your job that long.
So, do you think that the super teams that's being built nowadays, do you think that it's taken away from the competitiveness? Because there's just certain teams that's not going to get, you're not competing with these guys. It's just evident. Like you're not going to be, let me see, fucking
There's always going to be
a
bad
trash
teams.
team.
There's always going to be bad teams.
In every sport. Yeah.
You can't equalize nothing. Guess what? When Jordan M was running, it was trash ass teams back then in the lottery every year. It's always going to be bad teams. So yeah, that competitiveness, man, I mean, shit, it's going to be bad teams. It's teams that tank on purpose.
Right.
How's it the super teams' fault? You know, how's that the super teams' fault?
Right.
So it's better off to just move around, period. Like if you got the opportunity to move around, go for what you know, whether, you know, go to the best team to get the best legacy that you can have.
Yeah. You was just saying that they should negotiate in their best interest, you know what I'm saying? So if it's in your best interest for your legacy to go win a championship over here, why not go do that? Why stay here?
See, then you got people like Reggie Miller that stayed with a team and doesn't close. Came
that
close.
Malice in the Palace team.
Yeah, they came.
But all it's just all what you want to personally do.
Right.
I just feel like it was
go there to chase the bag.
I feel like it was a lot more common for people to go to a team and stick with that team back then versus now, because
back then they didn't know their worth.
I mean, maybe I just know that there used to be rivalries, and that's gone.
Right there.
There are no rivalries anymore.
He just went to talk. Oh, there's plenty of rivalries. These games are way competitive.
No, I'm talking about like player rivalries, like it used to be back with, you know, all these different players and shit. I don't see none of that now. It's more like,
then you're not watching the game.
Come enjoy your team next year. That's fine. Like,
but that doesn't matter. You can say, "Oh, I'm joining your team next year," but in that game, they're fucking competing harder than ever against each other. They're not cheating the game.
It's just different. There was, you know, that fucking like animosity, that intensiveness. That's just it's not there.
Still there.
Yeah, that's a whole different style of basketball that was played that you're talking about. You can't even play that style of basketball anymore. That super hard.
Draymond Green and LeBron James were friends, and then they were about to fight in the finals because it was that intense, and they're friends. Kicked them in the balls, got suspended.
Well, if they wouldn't have been friends, it would have been a better fight. So like,
if it wouldn't have been friends, then they probably wouldn't have played the game. We would have been cheated out of a good fucking game. You want your superstars to play.
I think the way the players is now being more
it's knowing their worth.
You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily friendly, but like knowing like, okay, we cool, but on this court we ain't cool. I think that shit makes for a better sport, so to speak, because then the animosity, it doesn't turn nasty, so to speak. Like, I'm not really trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, motherfucker was coming with a nasty elbow straight to the gut. He trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like you. I don't like you on the court. I don't like you off the court. So guess what? You jump over here, I'm coming with the straight to you. I don't care what happens to you. You know, I think that's good for the sport. But I think that the whole building a super team is. I didn't think about it that way, like going back to Jordan and all that, thinking about
let's go back deeper. What was that Lakers team called?
Which one?
Showtime Lakers.
Oh yeah.
You want to look at their roster? They drafted all those guys?
Hell no.
Okay then.
He ain't draft none of them. I think they drafted Magic maybe.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So people just all they want to do is find a hate, like people just want to knock anything now. That's popular.
That's super popular right now.
Just going back to the whole know your worth thing. Like those guys felt I can only get paid by him because they wasn't able to understand their worth because there wasn't no social media or anything like that. So Scottie Pippen signed that 10-year bullshit contract, not knowing that I can go talk to Houston and they'll probably give me $3 million a year.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
And his own team, they was telling him he's not going to renegotiate the contract either. You know.
So we look at the LeBron situation. It's always a double standard because they're like, oh, he left the team. He should have stayed there and got paid. But the other team took less money to win. But if he'd have stayed there and got paid, he would have been like, "Oh, he's greedy. He's taking our money. They can't build a team around him."
Right.
It's damn you do, damn you don't.
Nah,
Yeah.
you just gotta stay and run it.
Yeah, that's the part of being a celebrity, or not a celebrity, but a NBA player, like a superstar like that. Like you damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? You just got look at whatchamacallit, what's his name? Schroeder, whatever his name is.
Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder, yeah. Like, do you believe that somebody's gonna leave that much money on the table for no reason? Like, dog,
Yeah.
like sometimes your happiness is means more than you than money. You know what I mean? Like, I may not be happy to play in LA for 4 years for $84 million or whatever the contract was. I'll be happy over here making $9 million for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever his contract was. Sometimes motherfuckers' priorities is different in life nowadays versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I just want to be a superstar. Damn, you got a funny looking face. What are you making that face for, G?
Me? Man, my battery died.
Oh, okay. It's all good. We're about to tighten it up anyways, man. Y'all got anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, just prayers to everybody out there dealing with the bad weather.
Yeah, it's flooding in NYC.
Yep, it's floods.
I heard there was a tornado in New Jersey.
It's floods. Yeah. It's fucking Lake Tahoe still on fire.
Sweet Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you know, so prayers, everybody be safe out there, you know, the vibes.
Corey?
I mean, the same. Y'all just be easy.
Yeah, man. Lando, nothing.
Yeah,
you know. That's a big ass tornado in Jersey.
Yeah.
It is? What, like EF5, EF4, some shit?
They ain't got it up there. But
I don't have my meter on me. Let me download the app real quick.
Go ahead and turn it on. You said it like you was watching something, like you knew something was up.
I'm literally fucking watching something.
Like you knew something was up, but it don't even matter, man.
I know the tornado look like.
Right.
Well, let me go outside and fucking put my thumb in there and tell you how fast it's going. I can.
And tell you about the time King DanO lied about seeing a tornado. I'll say that for another podcast. And then, hey, well, we thought he was lying until we went outside and seen the shit all ripped up. It's like, oh shit, he wasn't lying about that. I guess it was true. I should have came outside. All right. it's always funnier to tell the story that way without the truth. But yeah,
so he was lying, but he wasn't lying.
Yeah, that's why it's funner to tell the story without the truth. But anyways, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all listening, tuning in on this Zoomcast episode right here. It's BrosTalk. T-Broski, by my main man King DanO, and we are out of here.
Another session with the bros talk, where the beer's ice cold. Bros talk. Another session.